In the silence of the night, sleep does not come to Sarah, not because her body is not tired, but because her mind refuses to rest. Too much has happened. Her brother is gone. Her sister is far away. Her father is struggling, and she is still here, trapped in the same house, under the same control. She lies restless. One truth becomes clear to her. Nothing will change unless she forces it.
Morning comes, but it brings no comfort. Sarah wakes up already decided. She is done waiting, done hoping someone will understand her pain. She has watched how anger works in this house. She has seen how trouble demands attention. Peace keeps her invisible, but trouble forces decisions. As Sarah walks into the kitchen, she knows exactly what she is about to do. She breaks the plates and glasses while doing chores. This is not carelessness. This is not an accident. This is her plan. If she becomes too unbearable and difficult to keep, they will send her away. That is the freedom she is chasing. The sound of breaking glass fills the room. Sarah does not flinch. She does not cry. She does not panic. To her, punishment is temporary. Being sent away is permanent escape. The reaction comes fast, just as Sarah expected. Anger rises, voices grow louder, accusations follow. Sarah watches quietly, knowing the pattern is repeating. This is exactly what she planned. Accusations are poured on her. She does not defend herself. Silence is part of the plan. The more they speak, the more she hopes they will grow tired of having her around. The conclusion comes quickly. To them, this behavior is proof that she has been initiated again, proof that witchcraft has returned. Punishment is declared without hesitation. Hunger weakens Sarah's body, but not her resolve. Each empty hour reinforces her belief that endurance will break them before it breaks her. When her father arrives again, Sarah feels two things at once. Relief, because he still comes to see her. Pain, because he is still trapped in the same cycle of fear, and pleading for her to remain in the prophetess's house. When breaking of plates fail to get her sent away, Sarah changes strategy. She realizes now that destruction alone is not enough. She must become unbearable. Again, Sarah begins taking money from the offering box deliberately. This is not desperation. This is calculation. In her thoughts, if they call her a thief, they will not tolerate her for long. At school, Sarah spends the money openly. She is not hiding. She is waiting for the moment when they decide she is too much trouble to keep. Being called a thief does not scare Sarah. Being beaten does not scare her either. What terrifies her is being forced to stay in a place she no longer feels safe. When her father is summoned again, Sarah already knows how it will end. She has watched him beg for her to be kept in that house too many times to expect anything different. But this time, her father was mocked.
Daniel, you only know how to beg. You never buy cement build house before. And if your papa no build that poor house, where you for there live this your miserable life? Use your hand, do one good thing for your life. Make person see.
The words cut deep, not just because they are harsh, but because they are aimed directly at her father's poor situation. Sarah watches as his dignity becomes slowly stripped away. The humiliation is deliberate. Each insult is meant to remind him that he is poor, dependent, and unwanted, that his presence is tolerated, not respected. Her father leaves the house broken again. Sarah feels the weight of her plan pressing harder on her chest. Freedom is beginning to cost more than she imagined, but she won't give up. At the market, Mr. Daniel sits in silence. His business is failing. His mind is exhausted. Everything in his life is being consumed by this struggle. Sarah begins to understand something painful, that trouble and punishment will not free her. She needs reunion. She needs family. Then she goes to the prophetess to make another false confession. She chooses her words carefully, knowing exactly how they will be received.
Mommy, I saw my sister Abigail in the dream, eating inside winch meeting.
The response is immediate. The prophetess believes her completely. No questions, no hesitation. Sarah's plan works faster than she expected. The prophetess called her relative in Lagos and asked that Abigail be sent home for deliverance. She tells them that she has been initiated into witchcraft in the dream realm. Then Abigail was sent back to the prophetess's house. Seeing her sister again brings relief, but fear follows closely behind. Sarah knows she has pulled someone else into suffering. This reunion comes with restriction. They are watched, separated, distrusted. Sarah learns again that nothing in this house is ever free. As Abigail is forced into fasting, guilt settles heavily in Sarah's heart. This pain was inevitably part of the plan. After Abigail's fasting ends, the prophetess moves quickly to send her back. To her, the matter is settled. The child has served her purpose. The call to Lagos was short and final. They refuse to take Abigail back. They say they do not want any spiritual problems in their home. With Lagos rejecting Abigail, the prophetess sends for Mr. Daniel. She makes it clear to him that Sarah alone is already too much trouble in her house. He must take Abigail away. Then she says the words that shatter him completely. She tells him his wife is using the children to destroy his life, that the only way to be free is to dispose the children, starting with Abigail. Confused, exhausted and broken, Mr. Daniel leaves the house with Abigail on his motorcycle. He drives, not knowing where to go. The prophetess's words echo endlessly in his mind. He drove to a bridge, then stops. Dark thoughts flood his head. For a moment, he believes ending the child's life might finally bring peace. He thought of throwing Abigail over the bridge, but guilt and fatherhood clouded his mind. He froze in pain. Back in the prophetess's house, Sarah breaks down. She does not know where her father has taken Abigail, but her heart tells her something terrible is happening. Mr. Daniel refuses the dark thoughts. Fatherly love wins. He starts the motorcycle again and rides past the bridge. He cannot do it. He drove to a lonely rural area lined with refuse and silence. He stops again. He sits there, trapped between prophecy and love. Abigail watches him in fear and confusion. Then his phone rings. His sister, Mrs. Susan, that stayed in Port Harcourt, has come back to the village. She called to let him know she's back home. When Mr. Daniel narrated his predicament to her, she got angry and rebuked Mr. Daniel, saying, "What has come over you, Daniel? Why have you allowed yourself to be so gullible to fake prophets? This is a living child. Bring her to me." The sound cuts through his confusion like a lifeline. Shame and relief washed him over. He turns the motorcycle toward his sister's house, carrying Abigail with him. Abigail is welcomed into safety. She is alive. She is protected, but the damage cannot be erased. Then Mr. Daniel returned home. Hope and relief sat in his heart.
Knowing that Sarah is still sober, Mr. Daniel sent a message to Sarah. He tells her Abigail is alive. Relief floods Sarah's heart, followed by crushing guilt. Her plan saved her sister, but nearly destroyed her. As she lies awake that night, one truth settles deeply within her. Survival always comes with a cost. Abigail is alive, but the family is more scattered than ever. Her father is still trapped in the prophetess's web. At this point, freedom is no longer a wish. It is a battle, and Sarah is not done fighting.